All right, guys. Back to the game. Looks like they are all ready. Just one need. All right, we are in the band pick phase already. I'm so excited to cast this game. This is going to be one of the highlight game of the tournament. Sig.Trust from Thailand versus MVP HOT6 in best of 1 series. You're here with me, Xyclopz, as your caster, but I'm not here alone because I'm with my co-caster, beautiful co-caster actually.
Oh, thank you. My name's Danelie.
Okay, and you're from Australia.
Yes, I flew over from
Australia. I know from your accent. And first,
thank you.
Look at that first ban.
Dire team back.
Okay.
Undying is pretty OP these days. You know, I always see Undying in my MMR game, and I cannot run away from zombies. It's so fast, and the tomb is really hard to break down.
Yeah, especially during the early game when some of your heroes, they're not actually going to be hitting that hard. So getting that tombstone down very early in those team fights, if you can do it, it's going to greatly benefit you because the tombstone is one of the main undying spells. It's super annoying. If you can't kill the tombstone, you're going to have those constant little wave of zombies chomping on your ankles. And then at that point, if you have squishy supports, what can they really do to defend themselves? They just have to run away. They can't stay in a team fight around an Undying. So it's to be expected to see an Undying ban because he's just such a strong hero during the mid and early phases of the game.
That's very good point of view. First big axe, but we will cut to the video intro video first a little bit.
Queen of Pain. Radiant team pick.
In Seoul, Korea. Lee Sang-dun for Seoul, Korea. Kenoa, MP, Seoul, Korea. Lee Chong-jae, Sunday, Young and Finch, Canada. Yes, Monica, JX, Helsinki, Finland.
Alright, that's it for Team MVP HOT6. Back to the draft. First pick Axe for Sig.Trust is going to be axed by Abba. And Queen of Pain and Lena. Oh man, MVP HOT6 got their favorite hero, Queen of Pain.
Yeah, they got the Golden Girls as well. Queen of Pain and Lena, they are apparently the 2 highest pick heroes in Dota 2 at this point. So Queen of Pain, she has 100% pick and ban rate, whereas Lena, I believe she's got somewhere around a 66% pick rate. So these 2 heroes, they are being prioritized by both teams, and well, you got to expect it. They've got so much burst damage, they can scale pretty well into the late game. So if you can pick these heroes up early, they're going to be relevant through all stages of the game.
Queen of Pain. It's going to be Queen of Pain by Mental Protector, one of the base mid laner in Korea. Mental Protector play these heroes a lot, and I kind of think that in this ban pick phase they will, you know, they will get the Queen of Pain if they got chance, and it's Queen of Pain in the first pick phase. And Lion, the second pick for Sig.Trust. Axe, I kind of surprised. I thought that Sig.Trust is going to go for a first pick Queen of Pain, but no.
It's interesting they decided to go for an Axe first pick actually. He's still relevant in the meta. He's not incredibly strong. He had a couple of changes where the counter helixes won't proc until the attacks actually hit him, which was one of the major changes to the Axe's counter helix, but he is still going to be very strong. He can still cut down some of those really squishy heroes. If MVP HOT6, the Queen of Pain and Lena, if they get caught out by the Axe, chances are they're just going to be ripped to shreds, because if you look at those 2 heroes, already they're very squishy.
Do you think it's going to be a dual lane Axe and Lion on top?
They could probably try and go for maybe an Axe Dazzle. They could try and go for an Axe Dazzle. That is also a popular combination if you want to do a dual lane with your Axe, or pretty much any support just to back the Axe up. Maybe you can go for an Axe Wisp. There is still, oh no, sorry, Wisp is actually banned out, but
I'm thinking about Witch Doctor.
Witch Doctor? They could definitely do that as well. You have the setup stun and you have the Maledict, so it is a possibility.
But you know, what I kind of interested in is the last time they met each other, MVP HOT6 and Sig.Trust, Lakel's pick Axe and play it as a hard carry in safe lane.
It's interesting.
Anyway, they lost that game, so I don't think they replay the game.
Okay.
But yeah, they got Viper here. Picking Viper is kind of good for Sig.Trust because this Axe is the kind of hero that lose to the continuous slow skills like poison attack or some attack from Venomancer or Frost Arrow from Drow Ranger.
5 seconds remaining.
Do you think, and is Drow Ranger, I was about to say that, is Drow Ranger to counter Axe by MVP HOT6, but Drow Ranger without Vengeful Spirit, will she be strong?
There's going to be the Earthshaker to back up the Drow Ranger, so if there's any issues that may happen to the Drow, there's going to be the Fissure from the Earthshaker. You can have the Lina come in with the LSA as well. I think they're going to have to pick up an offlane to complement the Drow Ranger to not just keep everyone away from her, but also to protect her. So maybe we could see MVP HOT6 picking up a Centaur War Runner so that they have an escape mechanism not just for her, but also to get the rest of the team on top of Sig.Trust's draft. But if you look at MVP's draft, they've got 3 heroes that are going to benefit from that Drow aura. You've got your Queen of Pain, you've got your Lina, you've got your Drow, and this Lina, she's going to be a support, but she's still going to be hitting hard with the extra damage. So what would you suggest for off lanes for MVP? Unless they're going to put the Queen of Pain in the off lane, that's an option as well.
What's it going to be? An off lane for MVP? We still got Brood Master. Nah.
You think Brood?
How about Bounty Hunter?
If they pick up a Bounty Hunter, you got to look at MVP's draft. They're so squishy. They needed a really tanky frontliner just to keep Sig.Trust busy. Because you look at these 2 heroes on Sig.Trust. They've got an Axe, they've got a Viper, and now they have a Spectre.
My favorite hero, Spectre, is here. You know, I really love to play this hero, and the important, I think the whole point of playing Spectre is how you build your item.
Yeah.
It's how you build your item, because there's so many kind of item built for Spectre. You can go for face boot, you can go for a drum, or even go for a Vanguard first. And the Vanguard choice is pretty good choice because the Vanguard got buffed in the 6.84 patch from 67% to 75% block.
That is actually a pretty big change to the Vanguard. So we could see it on the Spectre, but we'll have to see. Because if you think about it, if Sig.Trust can actually fight without the Spectre, then she can try and rush that Radiance. And once you get that Radiance on the Spectre, she's going to be dealing a ton of damage. And you look at all these squishy heroes in MVP, how are they going to sustain through it? But we're going to have to see how the laning stage goes, because at the moment we're just speculating what could happen.
I think it definitely will be a Vanguard Spectre started off with a Facebook Vanguard, because as if you can see all the spells of Queen of Pain, Lina, Earthshaker, they need something to be tanky. And once he got Radiant, it's very easy to kill all these heroes. Lina and Drow Rangers taunt down with a damage of Radiance. That's it. Now MVP HOT6, what they need to do is they need to shut down the Spectre because he's really weak in the early game. Do you think will they place a tri lane against Spectre and trying to kill?
Depends on the hero that they want to put in that aggressive tri-lane. They could try and do it with the Lina, Earthshaker, and Queen of Pain if they want to put the Queen of Pain into an aggressive tri-lane. They could put the Drow in aggressive tri-lane as well, just because she's going to have the advantage of being a ranged hero. So they could absolutely do that with the Drow. Or they could just put her in the safe lane and go for something else in an aggressive tri-lane. So Tidehunter's going to be the final ban for Sig.Trust. I would have said Tidehunter would have been a pretty good hero to go up against a Spectre. Yes, he is a melee hero. You don't typically see him in those aggressive tri-lanes, but he is very annoying. So it just pretty much forces those supports on Sig.Trust to have to constantly babysit the Spectre. So if we take a look at some of those really tanky frontline heroes that can go on the offlane, what would you actually suggest? Do you think Juggernaut would still be viable in this game? He is squishy, but he can still be some sort of initiation for MVP HOT6.
It seems like Sig.Trust is trying to fight MVP HOT6 with the HP. Viper, Axe, and Spectre is really hard to take him down.
Nature's Prophet, though. What do you think about this?
Oh, Nature's Prophet. Just for the gank. It's just for the gank. It's not for split pushing. Nature's Prophet gonna TP down whenever he sees the opportunity and trying to gank mid lane with Queen of Pain there. It's very easy to gank Viper with just one sprout, Queen of Pain, War Thing, and Scream of Pain, or maybe Sonic Wave. Easy kills, easy life. Easy Bugatti.
Easy Bugatti.
Well, as they say, on Twitch Torino.
Oh yeah. They're going to be betting all their Bugattis on this best of one. Last pick for Signature. They need a support, unless it's going to be a position 4 Axe, but...
What kind of support? How about...
They need more disables. They have got the Axe Call, they've got Earth Spike and Hex from the Lion, but I feel like they need a little bit extra to shut down these heroes. Queen of Pain in particular, she's very mobile, she's going to do lots of damage.
You still have Phoenix, and it's Phoenix.
Oh, Phoenix.
It's going to be Phoenix by Jab.
There's a lot of team fight actually if you look at Sig.Trust's draft. Now they've got the Axe for the initiation, you have the Phoenix that can come in with the dive, Supernova as well as the Fire Spirits, and now you have a Spectre that can jump into the team fights if Sig.Trust really want to bring her in there. So MVP, they're probably just going to have to bunker down and pretty much protect themselves from the heroes on Sig.Trust, because Axe and Viper as well as Phoenix and the Lion, they can definitely go hunting for some of these squishy MVP heroes early. I feel like that's what Sig.Trust has to do for this game. They have to be aggressive. They have to either protect the Spectre or bring the Spectre into the fights to get some of that assistance gold, because Spectre needs a lot of items, especially when she's going up against so much damage from MVP.
All right.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay, we are in the game already, guys. It's like we always do. We're going to do some intro here. Who MVP start this game in a Radiant side. MP on Queen of Pain, Wraith on Nature Prophet, Sunbei on Drow Ranger, Jerax on Earthshaker, and Heen on Lina. I'm going to leave Sig.Trust to you.
Alright, so playing on the die side, on our Spectre, we have Lakells, who's going to be in the safe lane. We're going to have Brimble on the Lion just to protect him up. We have MyPro heading into the middle lane on our Viper. Towards the bottom section, we're going to have Jap on our Phoenix. And lastly, in the off lane, we're going to have Abba, who is probably going to be soloing as that Axe. Unless they're going to go for a dual lane with the Phoenix, I highly doubt it. He's heading up into the top lane, so probably just going to put a lot of emphasis on protecting Lakells on that Spectre for the first 6 levels.
You know, having a dual off lane like Axe and Phoenix together, that means they will do some lane switching tactic. That means whenever Axe got enough level to go for NC, they're just gonna leave this jab on Phoenix to farm and being another off lane too. That means 4 heroes of Team Sig.Trust will get some items and experience.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty scary lane for Phoenix. He does have the Icarus dive, but there are quite a bit of disables on the side of MVP, and before Phoenix actually gets items, he is very squishy. He's sitting on 0 armor. He didn't go for the Ring of Protection. He actually went for an Enchanted Mango. So he will have a little bit of extra mana to work with, but if he gets caught by that silence, followed by the disables on the side of MVP, Jap is going to have a very difficult time.
Jap stays in trees. Very nice spot over there. Just trying to get some experience out of the lane. Meanwhile, in the mid lane is it's a dual mid lane for MVP with Earthshaker staying around, but he leaving.
Yeah.
Queen of Pain against Viper in the mid lane is pretty close. What do you think about this lane?
Mid lane for a Queen of Pain versus a Viper, I can't help but feel like MyPro is actually going to eventually get a bigger lead over the Queen of Pain, because he can always put those points into the corrosive skin, and any sort of harassment that MP throws at the Viper means that he's going to be taking his a bit of extra damage from the corrosive skin. No point into it yet though, surprisingly enough. MyPro opted to go for the poison attack as well as another toxin, so he's going for full-on offense, not too much defense here, but we'll see how he goes. If he feels threatened, he can always put some points into corrosive skin.
Oh, look at that, dab with a mango.
On the mid lane, we've got a fissure coming up from Jerax. It looks like MyPro's in trouble. There is no body block coming out from our Earthshaker, but it looks like this is going to be first one, going in the way of MP. So MVP already ahead with that first kill on the mid Viper.
Sorry, I almost missed that action. Okay, all right, but wow, that is pretty good first blood by MVP HOT6. Well, this is not looking good at all for Team Sig.Trust, because his Queen of Pain can easily snowball after this. Level 3 already for MP.
Oh, too bad.
I'm surprised that the Nature's Prophet actually isn't really being harassed out in the top lane. I thought Sig.Trust would have at least used the Lion to really push him out the lane, but Well, for everyone, the Nature's Prophet, he is actually getting CS, and Sig.Trust, they really shouldn't let this happen, but I guess this is what happens when you run a jungle axe, but is he going to be in trouble? Looks like he's okay. Unfortunately, ABBA not fast enough to get there. This doesn't even have the call either, so kill chance would have been pretty low.
Queen of Pain in mid lane. Viper, he didn't even add his corrosive skin, he's level 3 already. That's kind of risky. Just trying to control the last hit and deny in the lane with level 2 poison attack and level 1 Toxin.
Yeah, there's a lot of harassment potential for the Viper, so if he just opts for these points, then it just means that he's going to be able to be really aggressive against MP, and even though MP is going to grab a bottle eventually, he's still going to be trading unfavorably in terms of harassment damage, just because the Viper, he can do so much with what's already built in for him. Up top though, Forev, he's still getting free farm up in this top lane. He is being harassed a bit by Boombell, but he just constantly throws the treants at the Lion, and what can a Lion really do? He doesn't really hit hard, he is still level 2, so he isn't really in a position to harass the Nature's Prophet out. They are still managing to, oh no, there was a axe killed by the neutral creeps.
Alright, 3 minutes pass. It's like they're just not roaming around much. They're just trying to stay alive in the lane, make sure that the hard carry can farm. Spectre Lakel's on top lane with 22 last hit. Pretty good farm though, compared to Sunbei. Oh, Sunbei 25, man.
Yeah, it's pretty even for both teams. Both hard carries are farming away at a pretty similar rate, so both teams, they are going to be able to get their carries into the fights if they want to, but I feel that MVP, they can't really just let Sunbee farm the whole game. He has to contribute to some of the fights. He has the Gust, which is going to be crucial in shutting down some of those heroes. Phoenix as well as Lion, they are very susceptible to silences, so if you can manage to catch them out with the Gust, then that's pretty much going to turn the fights in favor of MVP, unless they somehow just take a misstep and unfortunately lose those heroes. Jap, he's not able to get anything in the bottom lane because of the
started off in the mid lane, started with Fisher, Blinken, and finally a wild Forex appears in the middle of the fight. That Viper got a strike back, 1 hit away, and 2 down for Team MVP Phoenix. That is the power of Viper with corrosive skin. Only level 1 corrosive skin.
And he's still alive as well.
Yeah.
So great trade for Sig.Trust. They lose nobody.
Bottom lane. Oh my Jab. They got, oh, not yet the tower. Got a full HP.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Phoenix with a mango. Nothing much at all. What do you think about this Phoenix? Staying here, is he doing good? Oh, but looks like not that good actually. Light Strike Ray hits him, an easy kill by Sunbei.
There are some things.
They might get this tower too, because Nature's Prophet can TP down.
Up top, Lakel's goes down.
Oh my. Queen of Pain strike back. Lakel's on Spectre.
So both teams, well actually no, unfortunately Sig.Trust, they lose 2 heroes. They lose their Phoenix as well as the Spectre. So MVP, they're on the aggressive, they are getting kills, and we mentioned this before, Phoenix is susceptible to the silence, so Sunbee with the Gust able to get an easy kill on the Phoenix. Or up top, Lakel's TP's in, Durax is there with the Fission, manages to connect MP, he wants to commit to the kill, he's going to throw a couple of right clicks, he will not blink in, but they have 4 TP in behind the Lions just to throw a couple of right clicks, and they get Lakel's yet again, and he just TP'd in as well.
Oh, that was a very good dive, but it looks like they are not enough, they are so greedy. Foray tries to dive in with a nice body block by the Treant. J-Rax, not enough mana to land his feature. Blinken, MVP HOT6, MP. Easy kill will not lie on 6-2 games gone. They're just gonna take down this tower too, but looks like Abba is not gonna let them do so. Trying to go in, burst at the call, hit that clean, and Ikra dive, hit the 2 target. MP need to walk away, blink away, he's gonna be fine.
Jap though might be in trouble with Forev. One more right click and he does get it. Phoenix goes down and Forev, who's being chased up by Abba, he's gonna shoot into the trees. He will throw the Sprout as well.
Oh, come on!
Seconds. Can he get up? No! Slam dunk! Abba getting the kill on the Nature's Prophet.
Wow. Well, the KPM is kind of high this game.
Oh, there's so much aggression coming out from both sides, but
it's kind of hard for Caster too because the lanes, they're fighting in every lane and they got two global heroes like Nature Prophet appears here and there like Mr. Worldwide, and look at that, they're just gonna gang once again. The smoke gone, Feature blinking, start trying to strike Sonic Wave, but like hell.
They even TP Forever as well just to make sure they got him, but MyPro by himself, he wants to get a counter kill, just gonna throw one right click. Boombell is nearby, but they can't really accomplish anything with the Viper. MyPro went down bottom for a little bit to farm. There's a Vigil gonna block him off completely. MyPro gonna get caught out. It looks like he will go down. 2-4 on the Nature's Prophet. Again, MVP getting kill after kill in the top lane. Sig.Trust, they've got to recollect themselves. They're getting absolutely demolished in the top lane.
Man, the Viper, now he needs to make his corrosive skin like ASAP as soon as possible. Really need that skills corrosive skin. 9-3, and take a look, he's still got nothing. Viper.
Yeah.
You need to rush his mechanism, I think, for a team fight.
Yeah, there's
is that considered a slow farm for Viper, MyPro?
For a Viper, yes. You want a lot more farm on this Viper. He did very well in the mid lane up against the Queen of Pain, and he has been trying to find farm wherever he can, but unfortunately with the deaths, it's been hindering his farm to get anything, and I feel like this game he has to get a mechanism for his team because there is a lot of burst damage on the side of MVP, so hopefully it can just kind of bandage some of the damage output coming out from MVP, but I don't really see Sig.Trust having an easy time unless they can somehow manage to get a big kill on MVP, such as maybe the Queen of Pain, who is not on a dominating streak, but she is relatively farm, so she probably would give the most gold out of all of MVP.
It's kind of hard for this Sig.Trust. To be honest, I think they are far behind. If you take a look at the graph, look at that. Only around 10 minutes, the network graph is more than 5,000 already.
It's looking really, really scary for Sig.Trust. They drafted these heroes because they want to go aggressive early. You have the Viper, who doesn't really need too much to come online, but if you have a Viper this poor, what does he really provide aside from the Viper Strike? You have an Axe who wants to grab a early Blink Dagger. He's going to be very close to it, so once this comes online, I feel like this is Sig.Trust's chance to come back into the game. They need this initiation to grab some of these kills on the side of MVP because Sig.Trust, they are very, very low budget at the moment. They're putting everything into that Axe in the jungle. Will it pay off though?
What I worry about Sig.Trust is this Nature Prophet by 4 reps. He keep farming left and right and bottom and top. Man, with a hand on Midas and just trying to push that with a Treant.
Regeneration.
Yeah.
They got 2 towers already.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they stopped that split pushing from Nature Prophet. I still don't know.
Yeah, so we'll have to see. So we're still having some heroes farming down here. Forev, we saw the hand of Midas, and if you think about it, MVP, they're in a safe position.
Yeah,
but they're
something. That's what you're talking about. This is the chance to come back for Sig.Trust. Once this guy got a Blink Dagger, burst out the call and finished with the Calling Blade. Just like what you talked just now.
Yeah, they need that Blink Dagger to work, so that's the first kill on the back of ABBA with the Blink Dagger. Can he get more though?
But
they're
hey,
gonna need
they're trying to strike back by MVP, Victor, and Shadow Strike, but nope. Suddenly they regret the decision, but ABBA tries to like KO to hunt down, give some vision. ABBA is able to call, burst at the call, gonna spin around like a helicopter, come on! Oh, Calling Blade, finish that Nature Prophet.
No escaping.
well, unfortunately, he didn't
Killing
finish
3
yet.
already.
Yeah, no counter helixes though, so... Oh, in the mid lane, there's a Supernova gonna go down. Heen will drop down. Sunbee gonna be slowed down by MyPro, and he is trying to get out of there. He won't be able to. Their last click coming out from the Lion, so Boombell gonna secure it, but Jurax gonna come in. He's only gonna go in for the Enchant Totem. Can they get any more kills though? They have to send back the Queen of Pain, but, well,
Jerax
unfortunately,
is on the line, still on a pursuit. Jerax, no mana, no HP. All he got is his totem. Now he keep walking, but he's gonna be fine. They give it up.
Middle tower is under
That
attack.
looked pretty bad in the mid lane there for MVP. They almost lost the Queen of Pain. He managed to get out with about 30 HP. So Sig.Trust, all of a sudden they're starting to crawl back into the game. The early game, it looked pretty scary for them. They were very far behind. They didn't really win any of their lanes, but off the back of some of those kills and that blink dagger on the axe, they are slowly crawling back into the game. Can they keep the momentum though? They really have to keep this up. They have the late game and the Spectre, but they cannot afford to let Xyclopz fall behind. He needs the farm, so he's going to use that haunt aggressively wherever possible to get the extra bit of gold. But the Phoenix, though, on the side of Sig.Trust, he doesn't really have anything aside from Tranquil Boots. So unfortunately, Jap, all he can really provide to his team is a Supernova as well as a couple of Fire Spirits. And the Phoenix, low impact at the moment, but he'll just do whatever he can with the spells. The great thing about Phoenix is you don't have to have items. It's a luxury if you do. So we'll see how it plays out for the moment.
Alright, it's around 12 minutes past. I'm going to show you guys some item
Dire's
updates.
top tower is under
Take a
attack.
look at that.
Down bottom though, he gonna get caught up by Boombell and Abba. There was the blink call as well, and they will get the slam dunk off, so that's gonna be another kill going in the way of Sig.Trust.
Nice ganking once again by Axe. Keep it coming, bro. Keep it coming. And Axe TP to the mid lane, looking to do something here, trying to defense, but Queen of Pain started. Oh, Echo Slam! Dealing pretty much damage. Abba and Sunbei is stuck in the same sprout. Oh my, double kill for that. It could be a triple kill. Come on! Triple kill! 11 to 11 game score.
That was such a good fight for Sig.Trust. MVP, they wanted to be a little bit aggressive there. They tried to retreat, but unfortunately they just they got caught off guard by Sig.Trust, and they got nothing out of it as well. Oh, they did get a buyback from the Phoenix, sorry, but they lost 3 heroes, 2 cores and a support for what you could pretty much say is a support Phoenix at this point. Jap, he's been unfortunately demoted, and Axe getting promoted to that position 3. He's getting very close to his blade mail. I actually think he has it. He does. So Abba now has the blade mail to work with.
From 9-3 to 11, and take a look at this XP graph. Look at that drop.
That's massive. It's an absolute swing in favor of Sig.Trust. They played so well considering how far behind they were.
And Spectre is gonna go for a damage item build. That means he ignored that Vanguard. He's just gonna go for a full damage. He went for a drum, he went for an Urn of Shadow, and the next it could be, well, he could go for a Radiance, or maybe just get something like
Diffusal
Manta style, or
Manta
even
style?
a Diffusal.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that, but I like what Xyclopz is doing. He is starting to tank up a little bit because he wants to join his team in these fights, so he can just Reality Rift in. He will be a little bit tankier, so it won't be as easy to take down, and he can just slowly accumulate kills off there. Jap's going to TP down the bottom lane because, unfortunately, no one on the side of Sig.Trust is able to really find anything, so back to farming for both sides. MVP, they were aggressive during the early game, and all of a sudden, games have just taken a turn, and well, MVP's just stuck farming at this point because, well, a couple of fights didn't go their way, and all of a sudden their lead is not really a lead anymore.
Abba with a blade mail instead of going for some. I like this one because that blade mail he can easily die together with the target.
Yeah.
And now they're pinking. Oh, I think it should be. He's in there, and his teammate is follow up. Phoenix slowly flying to the boom bell as well. They but I don't think they can go in because there's a vision here from Team MVP Phoenix. That's kind of risky.
I think they have other plans. They do have other plans. They're going to be heading down together. Will they find anything though? Nature's Prophet already backed up, so Forev's not going to really be a target, but MVP.
Not even one single tower down for MVP side. And now looks like Sig.Trust is going to get the first tower of that game. Garrop on the bottom lane, all of them almost. He nice denied, cut off the wards, and they might meet in the river. Abba, blink. The mid lane and can catch up that Spectre again. Started off with a picture. MVP hot Queen of Pain Sonic Wave, and that's it. Now they're just gonna push in. They might trying to trade the mid tier 1, tier 2 tower with that. bottom tier 1.
Middle tower is under attack.
So Sig.Trust, they're going to take a bottom T1 tower, but it looks like they're going to give up their T2 mid tower. Not a very favorable trade, especially when you lost a Spectre in the process. Abba, though, is already TP'd. Link, Cole, not going to really connect onto anything. Cancel it out, going to connect onto Heen. Jirax, they're just going to pretty much keep Hyper out of the fight, but actually MP going to be there to help his teammate Supernova. Going to be in that front line. Really isn't going to catch anyone. It will catch Heen, so it won't. So that's going to be 2 heroes down already. That's going to be the Lina as well as Abba on that axe. So 1-for-1 trade, but more favorable for MVP. They got the middle T2 tower as well as that axe.
Man, that gold swing from killing axe with a wicked sick. 500 gold earned for Lina, even though she died in the fight. Jerax. Let's take a look at some gold per minute charts to see who is the fastest farmer in the game right now. The highest gold per minute is Foray. Major Prophet with a hand of Midas, and just gonna go for the next item, Orchid of Malevolence.
I like that item pickup. That silence is going to be so crucial, especially up against the Phoenix and the Axe. If you can get the silence off on Axe, then he's not going to be able to call. And what can Axe really do in the team fight aside from throw a blade mail if he's silenced up?
But can he use his Orchid before Axe landing a Berserker Call? Is that...
I guess it depends on the positioning as well. Maybe they could save it for the Phoenix as well, just to prevent the Supernova. There's a lot you can really do with the Orchid.
Trying to do something risky again from the team from Thailand.
Visibility.
Diving in a little bit deep.
Dire's bottom tower.
Gonna find someone, and a pink on Heen. They're gonna get Heen blinking, Berserker Call, and everything on this team. Earth Spike.
Nice.
Easy kill, easy life.
What happened?
Viper flying back.
And Sig.Trust just get an easy kill and they pretty much leave. MVP not going to bring anyone to really reinforce to save their Lina. It's just a support Lina, but it's going to stack up eventually, and MVP, they're going to have to retaliate at some point. They do still have Sunby farming away. He's sitting at 1.6k gold plus a Yasha, so it's most likely going to be that Manta style. The Drow just needs stats at this point, and also just having the Manta style means that she's going to be able to dispel anything that could be scary.
This is not looking good for Sig.Trust. Look at that, Earthshaker is ready, and they are grouping up. It's a matter of time, but he's alone there. His teammate is pushing on top lane. Queen of Pain is ready as well. I don't think he will go in, and Lakel's just give it by using the horns, and they saw the Queen of Pain and Earthshaker on the high ground and asked to need someone on the top lane. Drow Ranger is dead. Queen of Pain just gonna let him go. Nope. TP down by Major Prophet, locking down his Sprout and the Earthshaker. Oh my, Phoenix Sun and Laguna Blade on my pro, he's still alive. This is what happens when you do too much whey protein. And the next one is going to Lina.
Top tower is under
Keep on chasing. Shooting the Sun Ray. A nice using Pizza. Are they going to chase him? Abba, one hit away. Nope, I don't think so. Lakel's got no ultimate already. He used it. 3 down for Team MVP.
That Haunt though, cancelling out the Blink Dagger from the Earthshaker, so he wasn't really able to go jump in for the slam dunk. I don't know if that was coincidence or not, but that was so clutch into preventing really them just losing that Viper and actually up top. Abba looks like he will go down to MP. Sunbee's gonna come in, Mask of Madness to speed him up. There's the Gust to cancel at the TP as well. That's gonna be an easy pick up there for MP. And actually the Sprout onto Lakel's. He will manage to get out, but can he run away in time? There's the dive to slow them down, and Lakel's, he will manage to get out with the sliver of HP, 130.
That was close.
Very close.
Take a look at the graph again, a little bit dropping down to Sig.Trust side, but the experience still on the Sig.Trust side.
Yeah, MVP, sorry. They're trying to do whatever they can, but all these team fights is just not working out for them. All the counter initiation on the side of Sig.Trust is working in their favor, whereas MP, they've got a lot of burst damage, but they don't have the sustain.
In this such a close game, I think Roshan is a turning point of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I missed that kill actually, but my pro getting a solo kill.
Sorry, that was my mistake, because I was looking at this MVP Phoenix doing something around here. That they are doing it really fast, and a nice Fixer to stop that Abba. Maybe hunt down, they got the vision already. Are they going to retreat? Nope, they're just gonna finish this Roshan. And Laguna Blade on the, on the illusions of Lakel's, but he died anyway. Picked up that, they all gonna die in their small Roshan pit for sure. My Pro, one hit away. They got them all. Fall down for Team MVP side, and what a nice initiate by Sig.Trust.
MVP, they kind of panicked in the Roche pit. They went to go for the kill on the 2 core heroes, which was Lakel's on the Spectre as well as Abba on the Axe. But all of a sudden, it just pretty much gave Sig.Trust enough time to bring in the rest of their group to finish off those heroes. And unfortunately for MVP, they couldn't get the Aegis onto any core heroes. It was actually put onto Jirax, so that because he TP'd, he has an Aegis to work with now. But what does an Aegis really do for you on an Earthshaker? Maybe if he gets picked off first, he has that second life to try and go for the Echo Slam if he didn't get it originally. But on an Earthshaker, it's not going to really give you too much.
Using Lina as a position 5, do you think is that a good idea instead of getting something like Ancient Apparition or some other good supports? Because Lina is not a reliable stunner.
Yeah,
the right strike array is very hard to land. They need Jirax to start it off first. And now they find this Queen of Pain, TP down by Forage. Igor died, didn't hit the Queen of Pain though. He got silent light strike away. Sonic Wave dropping low. Jab, he's still off. Oh my, he tanked a lot of damage. How is that possible?
That was the Glimmer Cape, I believe. Yeah, there's a Glimmer Cape on the Phoenix. He tried to get away, but there was a sentry ward.
Glimmer Cape, I didn't.
Yeah, and the Glimmer Cape also, it prevented a lot of damage from the Laguna Blade. But if he didn't have that Glimmer Cape, I think he would have died to the Laguna Blade outright, because it is an extra 66% magic resistance when that is activated.
Man, he tanked 2 important skills of MVP.
Yeah.
I kind of like what will happen if he does it again in a big team fight.
The thing is, though, will MVP actually capitalize on that Aegis, or do you think they're just going to keep farming?
Queen of Pain with Aghanim Scepter. Level 12. I think the level of Queen of Pain is a little bit low compared to Viper 15 already.
Yeah,
what she has been doing all the time. Maybe running around.
I think it's just some of these fights, because Viper's been able to survive through a lot of the fights. Look at their stats. There's a pretty big difference in the Queen of Pain and that Viper stats. Viper's been in 5, he's got 5 kills, he's got 10 assists. Queen of Pain, she's got 4 kills, 3 deaths and 8 assists. She's not too far behind, but unfortunately she just hasn't really been there for a good fight for MVP. If MVP can get a good fight and kill 4 heroes on the side of Sig.Trust and maybe survive with 3 of their own allies, plus the Queen of Pain, then I can see Queen of Pain catching up to the Viper. But for the moment, Sig.Trust, because of the position that they're in, they're definitely ahead. I find it very difficult for Sig.Trust to actually lose the team fights, because they have a pretty, I don't want to say an easy draft to execute, but they've got an easier draft to execute. MVP, it's a little bit difficult for them because they have to go up against so much counter initiation, because there's a Berserker's Call, you have a line with the Disables, you have the Phoenix with the Supernova as well, and there's just so much that MVP have to think about, that when it comes to those team fights, Sig.Trust are the ones normally executing or initiating the fights. If MVP can maybe try and go for some small pickoffs, then I kind of feel like they can slowly come back into the game as well, but Sig.Trust just not giving them that opportunity. They're constantly staying together. Yes, Lakel's is farming by himself, but he can always haunt in when necessary.
Okay, if we're talking about a super late game, Drow Ranger and Spectre, what do you think?
That's a very difficult question.
Well, just like Akio and Mayweather, right?
Yeah,
what do you think?
I kind of feel like the Spectre would be at a disadvantage, just because the Drow is going to have the capability of kiting him with the frost arrows, as well as having the gust as well. So she has ways to keep the Spectre away from her. And you also have to consider that he's also got backup with the Earthshaker as well. So there's going to also be a disable to keep him at bay. So if MVP can kite the Spectre, then I would say it would favor the Drow. But if Sig.Trust can get the Spectre into the fights, it would favor Sig.Trust.
This Viper a little bit too greedy. He got that tower though, but suddenly his support appear. Jab going in. Glimmer Cape, that's gonna help. Viper gonna be the next one. 2 down for Team Sig.Trust.
2 clutch kills. They almost got the fight with the Glimmer Cape, but TP was cancelled, and that's going to be 2 heroes down for Sig.Trust. They do get a T2 tower, but MVP got to be happy with getting those 2 heroes.
Is that worth it for Sig.Trust?
You don't normally want to lose heroes for towers.
Man, 2 life for a tier 2 tower, I don't think so, man.
Maybe if it's a T3, I don't know about T2s though. I guess the T2 gets you closer to the T3, but T3 is just such a valuable tower compared to the T2.
Invisible rune for Queen of Pain. We cannot say that loud because MP is around here looking for someone, some lost child. Who's gonna be? Look at that Sun Bei. He's gonna shoot from the low ground, harass the tower. Look how fast he can shoot down the towers. 40% HP already.
Yeah, that's a lot of HP taken down by the towers, and Sig.Trust, they weren't even able to counter-initiate because MVP had already backed out at that point. So safe plays coming out from our Korean squad. Sig.Trust, they're in an okay spot. Yes, they took some tower damage, but they just need a big fight, and from that point on, they can go for their own push. I guess one thing we forgot to mention is that if you look at both drafts, MVP had better pushing draft.
Yeah, look how hard this Lakel got ganged down in 0-5.
Yeah.
And look, with this kind of item build, he's supposed to get his radiance around 23 minutes.
Yeah.
But now, 27. But yeah, he's getting close to it because I play a lot of Spectre. I know the timeline of the item build. Anyway, gotta give credit to him, even though he got so much under pressure from the hunting squad from MVP Phoenix. He still managed to get some items.
Yeah, absolutely. But Lakel's is doing very well considering he was under pressure. But the thing is though, now that this is online, is this going to tip the fights more in favor of Sig.Trust's favor? Maybe if it's a 5-on-5 engagement, then yes. But if it's going to be for small pickoffs, it's still going to be nice, but you'd rather try and go for those big team fights.
A Viper. Viper with Sentient Yasha mechanism and hand of Midas. I guess he's the one who carrying his team. Does he need a BKB for Viper? No.
I think he will eventually, but the thing is he's not going to use it to negate damage because MVP, they've got Sonic Wave and Laguna Blade. When, I guess Laguna, it doesn't actually pierce BKB until he's got the Ags, and Heen, if you think about it, he's playing as support Lina. So I guess it could be a very viable item this game. Just to go up against MVP, there's a lot of disables. There's going to be a very annoying Orchid to deal with as well. So BKB is going to be an option for Sig.Trust. The only problem is if you pick up a BKB onto a Viper, it's not going to really give him any more damage. And as the game goes later and later, you want to have those cores start focusing on damage. And in Sig.Trust, their only damage dealers really is going to be the Viper as well as the Spectre. And the Sunray from the Phoenix. Phoenix in the late game doesn't really do damage aside from the Sunray. So we will count him as a kind of half late game hero, I guess. Yeah,
agreed. Well, take a look at item update again, guys. Almost half an hour here, and Sig.Trust. Man, I love this. They did so many times something like this. It's very risky.
It is. It is in their own jungle.
Look at this one. They're gonna fight this Lina. Blink in for the top, and Lina Glimmer Clip activated. Cannot deal any damage to this Lina, but finally it's gone.
Yeah, dusted and pretty much taken down there. I love all these Glimmer Caves being picked up because there's so much you could do up top though. We have Sunbee on our Drow Ranger doing as much damage as he can to the towers, but there was a Glyph popped and 2 TPs, and that's going to pretty much send him back. MVP, they're playing the split pushing game, and I feel like that's the only thing they can do. Although in the jungle, we have an Echo Slam coming on to Boombell. They're going to lose the Lion straight away. Jurax getting a kill really quickly. And that's pretty much going to be about it. They won't be able to catch Jurax.
That Spectral Dagger is so OP. Forest TP down. Lock this Abba and Sprout. Blade Mail activated. Gonna get called for you or die before the corner. BKB not gonna help. He died too. 3 double team MVP Phoenix. Turns out Sig.Trust has won the whole fight. How come?
How come? I wish I knew. But that was actually a very nice chase actually by Sig.Trust to not just give up at that point. They just said, okay, we're going to chase after these heroes. We need to punish them somehow. And they managed to do it as well. And with these low cooldowns on the side of Sig.Trust's ultimates, they can definitely go for those constant fights with Sunbee. He's going to take a Roshan. That's a big pick as well.
Easy breezy. You know, every time that you lost Roshan to your opponent, that means you will have to be the one who defends. And that's not good because look at your HP of the tower. If you keep losing Roshan, you're gonna lose this one, and maybe this one too.
Yeah, Sig.Trust, they've been playing very defensive. They managed to come back into the game. They're farming up their Spectre, which you would normally think it's good, but MVP, they're playing this very, very smart. They are just going to go for this constant split push with Sunby. So MVP, they try and keep Sig.Trust busy with their other heroes, whereas Sunby just goes for that constant split push by himself. But with this Aegis though, do you think MVP will try and go for a team fight? Because there is a BKB on that Drow now.
Yeah, absolutely, because they also got Aegis. You know, every time the MVP got Aegis, that means you're gonna sacrifice one tower. They are not able to defend this one if MVP is just scatter up as 5 and push in mid lane with the BKB and Aegis. I think 21 to 23 game score. Now what they're gonna do? There's no Aegis to do.
Yeah.
All they can do is the smoke and trying to catch.
Double damage.
So we still have heroes farming from both sides. Not too action-packed at this point. Both teams just kind of slowing it down compared to the early game where it was so busy and you'd constantly have fights all over the place. But now it's just, you constantly farm. If you find a kill, you find a kill. If you don't, then just keep farming. Just get further and further ahead.
You know, these two teams will face each other in TI5 qualifiers too.
Yeah.
Most of the team that came to this event, they are in the TI5 qualifier because they are one of the best in their country. But look at this, they might got gang here, my pro. Mechanism, I don't think he's gonna get out of that. Abba, only 50% HP. I think he's gonna go in for FTP down. Equal dive in, Phoenix Suns in the middle of the fight. And with MP, HOT6, they all drop low. Xyclopz is the next one to go down. Coming back from the second line with full HP, full mana. Equal dive, try to get away. I don't think so. Go down for Team Sig.Trust. This is not looking good for team from Thailand.
Big fight there for MVP to grab all of those kills. So Sig.Trust, finally, their shield has been broken. MVP, they now have the power to actually go for the fights. And I feel like Sig.Trust, because they lost that hero so soon, it really hurt their team fight. They need the whole draft, and all of a sudden we have MVP knocking on Sig.Trust's front door. They've got all their heroes here, and while Sunby as well as Four are going to start working on the town. There's 2 buybacks there.
What they're going to do, they need to make up their mind. I think it's going to go in. Emma just go on the creep to clear the creep wave. J-Rex. No Echo Slam. But the tower is only around 80 HP. With 1 hit, 2 hits, yes, they got it. They got what they want. Still got Aegis too.
Yeah, and that's a big objective as well. That's the T3 tower. So all of a sudden the Raxes are exposed, and Sig.Trust, they have to know that if they lose another team fight, they're going to lose these Raxes incredibly quickly. You cannot deny the amount of push.
My bro is just buyback. But if he died this time, he's just gonna go back in the body bag for sure. My bro, no buyback. Now they're gonna lose at least 1 buyback for sure. Going in, Abba, dropping low. Keep on man fight, spin around like a helicopter. But no, the Black Hawk down. Oh my, and the Phoenix now as well. Okay, it's going to be the next one. Sprout, they might lose his buyback for sure.
That was the buyback as well, coming after the axe. Abba's still running away, but MVP, they got what they wanted, and now they're going to take those Raxes. Like I said, we said this literally a minute ago. If they lose a team fight, they're going to lose Raxes, and all of a sudden there is going to be the ultimate coming out from Xyclopz. And who is he actually chasing after? He will get a kill onto Durax, and all of a sudden Abba being chased up by Heroes. He is going to drop down to Xyclopz. Now we still have Sunby here. His Aegis has already been used. He's going to pop his Silver Edge. He's going to be an MP. He's fighting up Xyclopz, and MP wants to come in, wants to try and help his teammate, but look at the dispersion! Complete team wipe on the side of Sig.Trust, and all of a sudden MVP, they want this T3 tower down the bottom lane. Lion, can he save the guy's finger of death? Takes down the Drow Ranger, and Forev, he's still here with MP. Look how low our Queen of Pain is, 230 HP, but they're still going after the objectives. Cliff has been popped. There is going to be a Viper as well as a Phoenix coming back up very soon, but how greedy do MVP want to be? Will they just take 1 Rax, or are they going to try and take both? I feel like they'll just take 1, and they're going to back off at this point. They got what they want. There's the TPs coming in. They want to retaliate. They will get 4F. There's going to be the Viper strike, and they will finish him off with the Viper right click.
Oh,
so MVPs.
man.
And again, another Rax as well for the creeps. So 2 sets of Raxes down. Sig.Trust, just because of those 2 fights, they lose 2/3 of their base.
This is just like we told in, just like I mentioned earlier, that this is going to be a highlight game for the tournament so far.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, yeah, 32 to 30 game score, and they just fight their ass off, you know, for this match. They because the first game of the tournament is really important and they just don't want to lose this one. Bottom lane. Earthshaker.
So we're still going to go back into that farming phase. We'll go back onto the team fight. During the very beginning of the team fight, Sig.Trust, they used everything that they could to pop the Aegis on the Drow Ranger. Do you feel like that was overcommitment? Yes, they were losing their base, but maybe they would have been able to just get out with the 1 Rax and just go.
Yeah, I think so. It's a little bit overcommitment. But hey, are they coming in again? This is a good thing of Spectre. He can solo farm in 1 lane and just hold down, but he need to do it right here, right now. Like Chaos is here, Laguna Blade. Lina got 1 kill. It doesn't matter if she died. Yes, 1 for 1, but yeah, they lost that near prophet too. Looks like Sig.Trust is not giving up yet.
Yeah, they're going to come back kicking. Sig.Trust, though, even if they win a team fight, how far can they push? I don't even think they can really push past the middle T2 tower. Their pushing potential is very, very low. They don't really have anyone to really chew through those towers aside from Mypro on the Viper and Lakel's on that Spectre. No one else is really going to be doing any sort of tower damage. How many team fights do you think Sig.Trust need to win to start pushing into MVP's base?
I'm sorry, again?
How many team fights do you think Sig.Trust need to win to push into MVP's base?
Yes, of course. I don't think, yeah, even though they lost 2 barracks already and it seems like they are so far behind, but going on high ground against Spectre is no joke. If you just make 1 mistake, he can easily come back in maybe 2 or 3 next team fight.
It's going to take a while for Lakel's to really come online though. He's got 1 major item in the Radiance, but
if you take a look, he came from 0-5, now he got 5-8.
Yeah, he has come back.
A little bit come back, let's say.
Down bottom.
Abba, alright, and throwing Spectre Dragon. 2 down already for Sig.Trust. They cannot lose his team fight. This might be the last team fight of the game. Jab tries to go in 3, stays in 3, and now an Echo Slam coming out, dealing pretty much damage to Lakel. He needs to walk away, but he hit the 3. Oh man, die, fall down, Sig.Trust. Still got 3 though for Team MVP. Phoenix, the last one is going to be Phoenix. He finished his ultimate. Supernova is just equal dive away, but I'm not think so because J-Rex is here, ready to land some Fisher. Jab, where you gonna go? Get back here, Jab. Money in the bank.
So all of a sudden, we have Sig.Trust. Complete team wipe. They get 2 kills on the Nature's Prophet and the Drow, but they've got no buyback. Do you think this is game?
Let's take a look.
So it looks like we're going to have MVP here, just continuing on into Sig.Trust's base. So we've got our last set of Raxes left, really. So first top melee Rax is down, and the range Rax is going to go down as well. Boombell actually going to try and go for initiation, but unfortunately he's going to be blown up by MP, and Abba is trying to come in there for help as well. But what can he really do? He's an axe by himself. He is going to be pretty much sandwiched in the middle of 3 heroes, and all of a sudden that's going to be the axe going down as well. And GG has been called by Sig.Trust. MVP taking this game off of Sig.Trust.
Well, that's only one thing I can say to this game. Wow.
Victory.
Man.
Wow.
MVP is victorious in the first match of the MPGL 7 LAN finals in Dota Damansara, Malaysia. Well, we're gonna take a quick break and we will come back with an interview or an analyze. Oh, okay. Jay gonna take